What I think this shows is the continual weakness of the Prime Minister, because there's a double weakness here. He should never have appointed him in the first place, along with other members of the Cabinet that shouldn't have been appointed. And then he didn't sack him. And even today, it's Raab who resigns rather than the Prime Minister who acts. And I think, we're here at Middlesbrough College. I've been talking to the next generation of NHS staff. They desperately want to talk about the future of the NHS. And here we are talking about these weaknesses at the top of the Tory party. And I think, in the end, after 13 years, it just demonstrates that no matter how many times you change the person at the top, you've essentially got a party that just can't deliver, just can't govern.
Mr Raab has resigned. He's gone down fighting, though. He's taken aim at the inquiry, saying that in setting a threshold for bullying so low, it set a dangerous precedent. It'll encourage spurious complaints against ministers and have a chilling effect on those driving change on behalf of government and ultimately the British people.
I don't know why Dominic Raab, in the middle of a cost of living crisis, thinks that anybody wants to hear about his whining about having to resign. What I think everybody wants is strong leadership, and that has been palpably absent here. Why on earth was Raab appointed in the first place? Why on earth didn't the Prime Minister act more quickly? Why on earth isn't the government laser focused on the cost of living crisis and the absolute mess of the NHS that they've made? The NHS is broken. Many people today would say, I'd rather hear from the government on what they're going to do about the NHS that they're broken. I'd rather hear from the government about the cost of living crisis. But here we are talking about the failures at the top of the Tory party. That's the story of the last 13 years, and you can understand why people are utterly fed up with it.
Do you think there is a bullying culture, an HR problem within the government?
I think there's a weakness from top to bottom. Strong government that delivers requires leadership, and we haven't got that. And you can ship in different prime ministers, as we've seen over the last 13 years, but there's an essential failure to deliver for the people of this country.